Okay.
Nope, we're not gonna go like that.
Classic plus a Fifi story time number 2.
Come here. Pinkalicious. Here, scooch over. Story time. Can everyone see?
We can all see.
No kicking and being annoying. We were at a book fair waiting in line. I was going to meet my hero, Princess Plum. I have all of her books. Princess Plum is kind. She is smart. She grants magic wishes and wears a sparkle. Felicity, I'm not going to read it. You're the one that picked this out. Stop. We never read this book before. She grants magic wishes and wears a sparkly purple tiara. I love her stories. Good picking this one out, babe. We like this one. We never read it before. All right, good night, Felicity. Then sit down and listen and relax for 2 seconds of your day. I hope she signs my book, I told Mommy. I couldn't believe I was going to meet a real princess at last. But when we got to the front of the line, I was very surprised. Instead of a princess, I saw a man. Is Princess Plum a man? I said. I'm Sid Silver, the man laughed. I'm the author of Princess Plum. That means I write books about her. But how can you write about being a magic princess if you aren't one, I asked. When you're an author, you can tell all sorts of stories, said Mr. Silver. Princess Plum is a character I made up. Stories can be about anyone or anything you want. Just use your imagination. That afternoon, I couldn't stop thinking about what Mr. Silver had said. I decided to give it a try. I imagined I could fly and wrote about soaring around Pinkville. In my story, I made the clouds into cotton candy. Ooh, that's a cool story.
It sure is, Sissy.
After that, I wrote about a tea party with dancing spoons and cups. I wrote about a garden growing under my bed. I wrote about a family of pirates that lives inside the washing machine. That's funny, huh? I couldn't stop writing. At dinner time, I wrote about a broccoli jungle and sweet potato mountains. At bedtime, I wrote about a pair of bunny slippers hopping all over the house. At school on Monday, I came up with more ideas. I wrote them all down. I was too busy to listen to my teacher, Miss Penny. I was writing about a pink panda when Miss Penny tapped my shoulder. Pinkalicious, she said. What are you doing? I gulped. I told Miss Penny everything about meeting the author Sid Silver and writing stories all day long. I'm sorry for not paying attention, I said. Well, said Miss Penny, paying attention is very important, but so is being creative. I think I have an idea. Listen, everybody, said Miss Penny. This week, you are all going to be authors. We will have special writing time so you can work on your stories. And on Friday, we'll have our own class book festival. At recess, we talked about our ideas. I'm writing about a penguin named Percy, said Molly. I'm writing about a family of giants who live in the rainforest, said Rose. Allison's book was the biggest surprise. It didn't have any words. She was making a comic book story with only pictures. Ooh, that's cool. We worked hard all week. I finished the story about flying through the cotton candy clouds.
This is Callie.
Yeah, we call her Callie sometimes. I drew the cover and added it. I know. And added an about the author page. Pinkalicious from Pinkville. I wrote, she loves writing, baking cupcakes, and anything pink. On Friday, we read our stories out loud. We signed our books. It was so much fun. Before I went home, I told Miss Penny I had one last thing to write. Dear Mr. Silver, you may not be a princess who grants wishes, but your books are full of magic. Thank you for helping me see that I am a writer too. Pinkalicious.
That's what the note says?
Yeah, that's what she wrote to Mr. Silver.
All right, baby love. One more Pinkalicious, then Joyberry.
Okay, Pinkalicious and the Flower Fairy. Nope, they stay under there and I take them out when we're ready.
I'll tell you which one I want super fast. I want this one super fast.
Okay, well, we're reading these first.
This one next.
Okay. I want a flower fairy to visit my garden, I said to my brother Peter. I want a worm to visit my garden, Peter said. Yuck, I said. I sprinkled seeds all over our gardens. Flower fairies love pink flowers, I said. Worms love mud, Peter said. I raked and watered my garden. Boom, Peter yelled. I worked hard on my garden. After 2 weeks, my seeds sprouted. There were little leaves, but no flowers. The next day, it rained and rained. It rained for weeks. Is she awake, Sean, please?
Who?
Felicity.
She is.
When the sun finally came out, I ran outside to see my garden. Now all my plants will bloom. There was a lot of green. Now, relax. Where's all the pink, I wondered. Zoom, Peter said. He drove his truck through his garden. He made roads with his shovel. Calling all worms, he said. Take a ride on my racetrack. I had an idea. I needed to show my flowers how to grow. I made tissue paper flowers and put them in my garden. Calling all flowers, I said, bloom like these paper flowers. I waited all day, but nothing happened. How would I ever see a flower fairy without any real flowers? I was too sad to garden. The next day, Peter yelled. Guess what I saw? Hint. It was pink. A worm, I groaned. No, Peter said. A flower fairy. No, you didn't. Did you? I gasped. A pink flower fairy? Why didn't she visit me? I said. My garden is better, Peter said proudly. I looked at his garden. I looked at mine. Peter was right. I have to do something. I'm going to pinkify my garden, I told Peter. Then the fairy will want to visit me. Oh, you're pulling my hair. Molly came over to help. We strung sparkly pink lights and shiny pink streamers. We added a pink parasol and set out pink fairy cakes. My garden was a pink wonderland. I put on music and Molly and I danced like fairies. It was very loud, very fun, and very pink.
What's going on?
They're having a little party.
They're having
Still
a little party.
Yeah, still the fairy didn't come. All we saw was a wiggly pink worm. My mom looked out the door. It's time to clean up, she said. We began packing my pink belongings. Soon my garden was clean again. It was time for Molly to go home. We didn't see a fairy, I said. Molly gave me a hug. Don't be sad, she said. I sat down in the grass. A big weed tickled my foot. I pulled it out. Behind it was a pink flower. I pulled out more weeds. I couldn't believe it. My garden was beautiful. There were flowers hidden among the weeds all along. I smelled a fragrant pink flower. Hello, said a little voice. I was nose to nose with a fairy. She was pink and shimmering. She had flower petal wings. I'm very glad you cleaned up your garden, she said. Now I have room to fly. Your garden is pink perfection, said the fairy. There's just one thing that will make it better. I know exactly what that was. Fairy magic, I cheered. The fairy fluttered her wings. Sparkles rained down. More flowers grew and bloomed, making a beautiful arch. Wow, Peter and I said. It was flower-tastic.
She didn't say so fast. Can we read all 3 Joyberry books?
We'll see how they're going.
I want
That's my favorite one.
A children's book about overdoing it by...
Joyberry. I cannot see it, Felicity.
Just you turn around and sit.
Oh no, Joyberry.
This book is about Lenny. Reading about Lenny can help you understand and deal with overdoing it. Chomp, smack, slurp. Oh, what is he doing? Eating so much food, too much.
We haven't eaten so much food.
Let's find out. You are overdoing it when you have too much of something. You are overdoing it when you do too much of something. Too much of anything can be harmful. When you overdo it, you can hurt yourself or others. Hurt. You look like you're overdone with it. Ooh, you're so full. You can overdo it by eating or drinking too much. Try not to do this. Do these things instead. Felicity, careful. Take only a little bit of food at one time. Eat and drink slowly. Ready?
No, you got 5 minutes.
Okay. Finish one mouthful of food before taking another. Do not eat so much that you feel stuffed. Don't eat too much of any one thing, especially sweets. I'm going to eat right this time. I don't want to get sick again. Will there be any leftovers? You can overdo it by staying in one place too long. You've been inside too long. Why not put your jacket and play outside for a while? I think I'll stay in. My coat is at the cleaners. Try not to stay in one place for too long. Do these things instead. Go into another room if you have been in one room too long. Go outside if you have been inside too long. I think he's okay. You can overdo it by doing something too much. For example, you can overdo it by watching too much TV. Lenny, you've been watching TV for too long. Why don't you find something else to do? Try not to watch too much TV. Do these things instead. With the help of your parents, decide which TV programs you should watch. Turn on, ow, Felicity, relax. Turn on the TV. Maddie, we only have time for one more, so pick one out of those. We can read more tomorrow. Turn on the TV. Because we don't have the time, baby. They gotta get to bed. Sissy's being a maniac.
Look how many we have to read.
Not tonight. Are you crazy?
I farted.
That's disgusting.
No, your room is stinky.
You can overdo it by being too rough.
Stop being a maniac.
You can overdo it by playing too roughly with other people. Playing too roughly can cause someone to get hurt. This is why you should avoid playing roughly with others. It is important to not overdo it so you can enjoy the wonderful people and places and things around you. The end. Alright, one more book and then we gotta get to bed. Sissy's being a maniac. Let's do Being Rude. We never read that one.
Being careless.
I'm bored of that one. Can we take a break?
Okay. A children's book about
Being Rude by
Joyberry. You want to learn?
This book is about Eric and his friends Lenny and
Be
Patty.
careful with the book. You almost ripped it.
Oh, sorry. Reading about Eric and his friends can help you and understand with being rude.
Mommy, I almost dropped the page.
getting off this swing until I'm good and ready. Ugh, that's rude, huh?
Do you like that, Paige?
No.
So rude. You are being rude when you treat other people as if they are not as important as you are. You have been waiting a long time to have turns on the swing. Well, my turn isn't over until I say so. Ooh, he's mean.
Do you like that, Paige?
No. You are being rude when you insist on being first. I'm getting my drink of water first. Oh, is that a good attitude?
Do you like his attitude?
It is a dude.
His attitude.
Listen, we got the same pants on. You are being rude when you insist on having the best for yourself. I'm taking this one because it's the best. Oh, he's not going to have any friends, is he?
Let's find out.
You are being rude when you insist on having the most for yourself. I'm hungry. He's gobbling them all up. That's so mean. You are being rude when you insist that everyone notice you and no one else. Hey, everyone, look at me. Ugh. Everyone gets to have time, right?
No, Max, I think they're being selfish.
Yeah, but he's being extra rude. You are being rude when you and selfish. You are being rude when you insist on having your own way all the time. I want the merry-go-round to go around the other way. Ugh, so rude.
Do you like what page you don't like in this book?
Or he's rude. When you are being rude, you are being selfish and unkind. Other people might not want to be with you when you are being rude.
Did you skip a page?
Try not to be rude. Do not insist on being first. Wait patiently for your turn. Try not to be rude. Do not insist on having the best for yourself. Try not to be rude. Do not insist on having the most for yourself.
Lenny and Patty are being nice. They're
Oh,
not
good.
rude.
Oh, I'll take one and you can have two. Gee, thanks. That's so nice. Try not to be rude. Do not insist that everyone notice you and no one else.
What is she doing?
What should they
They're
do?
talking about how everyone's doing a good job, not just one person. Try not to be rude. Do not insist on having your own way all the time. What shall we do today? Let's play a game of cat and mouse.
Please be careful. We'll see.
Avoid being rude and by doing these things. Avoid saying anything that would hurt anyone. Avoid breaking. Avoid talking while other people are talking.
Hey, wait.
Wait, it is important to treat other people the way you want to be treated. If you do not want people to be rude to you, you must not be rude to them. All right,
Read one more
guys.
book. Read
No
one
way,
more
we
book.
don't have time. Travelers now. I'm sorry. Clean up the books, please. All right, Calista, do you have to go potty?